Mr. Hassan Shire, Executive Director, Defenders, Mr. Patience Ntwina, Executive Secretary, Commissioner for Human Rights and Good Governance, Mr. Onesmo, National Coordinator for HRD, all members of Defenders who are here, journalists, all protocols observed. I greet you in the name of Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Let me take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for the THRDC to invite me as chairperson of National Council of NGO to be part of you guys in this week for what you'll be doing and claiming for space. I appreciate a lot on behalf of the National Council of NGOs. Dear participants and guests of honor, as you highlighting in your program as human rights defenders, the challenges which you are facing towards operating or implementing your activities, especially through our experience as National Council of NGO in Tanzania. We have seen how our members and human rights defenders you are facing as a challenge in terms of operating environment, and also how you guys are being treated when you are to do your activities in the countries. So we appreciated you very much as you are, as Nakongo, as your national tools which can be able to support you in implementing your activities. We appreciate to be part of your activities and being invited to this forum. Dear participants, as we all understand, especially the members who are here in Tanzania, the National Council of NGO is a coordination forum which we have members across the countries. As you will be implementing your activities, working with the National Council of NGO, as Mr. Onesmo and his team have demonstrated, we have seen it to be very supportive and also helping you guys sometimes to open and clear your working environment when you are facing challenges. We are honored and very happy to be part of your week in discussing the tools and also claiming your spaces, which we understand and we know it has never been easy to work on claiming your space as activists, as stakeholders who are supporting governments towards implementing their strategies in the country. So as National Council of NGO, we have a role, and one of our biggest role is supporting the coordination, speaking on behalf of you as stakeholders, but also supporting you in ensuring that you can be able to fulfill your mission and your strategies as you registered. As I mentioned before, the National Council of NGO, we have representatives in each regions, and you as human rights defenders or members of defenders, I would argue and also recommend you to consider working with us as your tool, as your forum, to ensure that we can be able to support you to fulfill your missions. One of the experience which Nakongo have experienced recently in this year, in 2022, we remember some challenges which the defenders in Tanzania were facing and continue to face it. But what we experienced, which is very commendable to Mr. Onesmo, is how we were able to pull the government, firstly, to understand that we are positive partners, and secondly, to be able to accept that they registered us with our mission and they needed to provide us space to work. So, dear participants who are here and those ones who are listening outside here, we should also remember that working with the government positively, it should be the way to go, which will help us to fulfill our missions. I remember when THRDC were celebrating their 10th year, we had our Honorable President Samia Suluhu Hassan to be part of the guest of honor in that session, which, to be very honest, as Nakongo, we found that it was something to commend to THRDC. We never thought that of recently, with all what our partners have experienced in recent years, it would be possible to have our Excellence President to participate into our activity. So we appreciate to Mama Samia to be able to understand us as stakeholders and be able to show by being there presently and present her speech before the public about us as defenders with the work we are doing. Dear participants, as Nakongo, we would like to commend you while you are executing your duties, while you are learning on tools and how you should be able to claim your spaces. We should remember that we were registered under the NGO Act of 2001 with its amendments, but also we have a government, especially government of Tanzania, which is listening to us, and we have to operate in adherence to our policies and regulations which registered us. Always we believe, as your leader, when you are to claim your space, positive approach always produces positive results. If you are to claim your space with your host government, ensure that you can be able to request your space in a positive and respectable manners. We are so happy with the current government into power. We have been able to see a lot of evidence, examples of discussions which can go in the table, and as stakeholders we can be able to be heard and to be given a space to do the activities of what we intended to do. Lastly, I would like also to emphasize by saying, please work with the National Council of NGO in Tanzania. For those who are in Tanzania, Nakongo, we are here to support you. Nakongos, our doors are opening. We have been able to chip in wherever we have been asked to do so. We are available across the country at regional level, but also we are available even us as national leaders. Work with us, use us. We are available anytime to support you, and we are also honored to be here and learn from you guys as you continue with this week's session. And also we will use the knowledge we have acquired from this workshop to continue to see the possible and the possibilities of supporting you guys more and more. Before I complete, dear participants and also guests of honor, I would like also to recognize the presence of my colleague from the National Council of NGO, who is representing Mbeya region, Mr. Mwakiembe. Can you raise your hand and greet the members? And also, I see in your program you have more members of National Council. I've seen Jane Mangigita. I don't know if she is here already. She's also part of the program. So we appreciate Onesmo with your team a lot to see us that we have a space to work with you guys and support you guys. Thank you so much.